out, and I think it's more a case of finishing the season well for players that, might want to earn a continued deal, that they do so. A whistle and a knee here on the field to support and go with the Black Lives Matter initiative. A fist in the air from Dominic Iorfa and Liam Palmer as well. Great to see that still going on as football does its bit to combat racism within society and within the game. But we are underway here at Ashton Gate with the Owls going from left to right. Bristol City in their usual red shirts and white shorts as Massimo Luongo goes up for a header. I remind you of the Bristol City line-up. Mineper in goal, Hunt, Williams, Baker and De Silva at the back, Masengo, Smith and O'Dowd in midfield, Vyman, Afobe and Wells up top. The Owls, Wildsmith in goal, Palmer, Iorfa and Borner. Does look like a three as they're setting up. Murphy and Harris as the wing-backs, Luongo, Bannon and Lee with Wickham and Rhodes. First minute then at Ashton Gate. Ball played up to halfway by Iorfa, header down from De Silva, but Connor Wickham is just bundled to ground there by Nathan Baker, the former Villa man. So an early free kick for Sheffield Wednesday here. And Brian, I suppose from a Wednesday perspective, it'd be great if Wednesday could get the victory today, but just to keep that performance level going from last week is probably number one target today.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously trying to get a settled side quickly because that will invariably give you better results if you can get a settled side. He's certainly picking the players who are now signed up and in full preparation for these games.
Well, a good early opportunity there for Kadeem Harris, who tried to burst down the left side. He was blocked off, and the ball will go behind for a Sheffield Wednesday corner to be taken from the far side of the stadium, in front of that corner which has got the cutouts of fans like we've seen at many grounds. There's a couple of other pockets of those on the stadium on the far side. Some big flags as well. One for the Bristol City is the biggest of those flags. Two arms in the air. Here's the corner, comes in from the far side towards the back post. It's going to be kept in as well by Burner, and it's blocked behind in the 6-yard box for another corner near side, and it was dangerous as well, maybe a yard or two less, and Burner was in. Yeah,
I tell you, the actual corner kick was very, very high, and it was drifting, looked like it was drifting out. Burner kept it in and smashed it against a Bristol City player. Several changes, very disappointed from last week's performance, and now he's from a 4-4-2. He's actually tried to match up in that central midfield area because he's worried the likes of Bannon, Luongo and Lee bombing forward. So he's tried to match them up. So that, in a way, tells you that he's more worried about Sheffield Wednesday.
Good sliding tackle there from Burner on the far side to put it out for a Bristol City throw that the former Owl Jack Hunt will go across to take. 3 years at Sheffield Wednesday, host of other local clubs as well. Chesterfield, Rotherham, Barnsley spent time at. Here's Vyman looking to cut in from the far side. Jigs the ball into the area. Wells was there. Fantastic interception from Iorfa, but the ball goes behind for Bristol City's first corner of the game.
Yeah, that was great anticipation by Iorfa. I like him in the middle there because he can anticipate. He's got great pace and he's got obviously them long legs. He's stretched out there, and it was an important challenge there because Matty Wells looked like he was just going to pull the trigger. In the end, Iorfa slid in there to give a corner away, but vital challenge.
Here comes the corner from the far side then. Joe Wildsmith stands a couple of yards off his line in the middle. Some jostling as well with Wells. Wildsmith's there, it's going to be headed down, and that's a wonderful save by Wildsmith. At the back post with the header was Nathan Baker, and Wildsmith from point blank range just manages to turn it over and keep it 0-0.
Yeah, again, great Wildsmith. I don't know how he's actually done it, to be fair, because Baker rose on that far post with a really firm header as well across the other side of the goal, where Wildsmith had to be full stretch to get it over the bar.
Bristol City 12th after the results yesterday, so very tight in that pack chasing the playoffs. Here comes the free kick. Hunt will deliver it, whip low into the area. Wildsmith will claim it. There was a golden opportunity for Wells, who was coming in, who missed his header from about 8 or 9 yards out. Nobody'd gone with him.
That would be a worry for Gary Monk. A wide free kick here that should have been dealt with much easier from Wednesday's point of view, yet Wells found himself in acres of space there, and he must have been inches away. If he had a glanced at it, he only had to touch it, it would have been a goal.
Here's Vyman on the far side, the Austrian, looking to take on Luongo, but he did very well. Gets the ball back from Barry Bannon, trying to steer away. It does well out through a crowd of red shirts. Gets it to Jacob Murphy near side. Murphy will look to steal away down the line. Deep cross into the area towards the back post. Kadeem Harris coming in. Just took his eyes off it for a second. It's going to go out for a corner as it touched a Bristol City player last, but unfortunately Kadeem Harris just couldn't get a connection on it. But again, a deep cross causing problems.
Yeah, and it started from Luongo in midfield, who brought the ball out from the left-hand side. You know, switch play to, as you said, Murphy. Murphy took a stride and whipped the ball in, and there was Harris on the left-hand side racing in.
Corner far side. Over the head, it's not, it's flicked on, it's brilliantly flicked on as well by Connor Wickham. Stole a yard on the defence, gets the header away. Nothing that Miper could do. There was nobody on the far post. The Owls players go across and huddle around their man. 2-in-2 for him, and a great start here at Ashton Gate. 13 gone, Bristol City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Well, a terrific corner, and I have to question Bristol City here. Who's marking Wickham? Because he had a free header there. He had acres of space on the edge of the 6-yard box. It looked like a static Bristol City, and there was Wickham almost replicating last week. Rose right in that near post area.
From Stoke, he's in the box now with a cluster of other red shirts. Shrill of the whistle, Hunt whips it towards the back post looking for Baker, who will head it back across. Afobe's in there, Masengo too. It's going to be cleared away at the back there by Harris. Smith will look to chip it back towards the edge of the area. Iorfa takes charge, muscles Rhodes out the way, gets it clear, back in. Berners there on the edge of the box to win the header against Ashley Williams. Now Wednesday can counter-attack down the other end. Still just over a minute of the 5 added to play. Wickham looks to go cross-field. Brilliant ball as well as he brings into play Murphy. Keeps it in play. Murphy trying to just hold the play up. Now he'll make a dart down the line beyond Hunt into the area to the byline. Murphy, will he pull it back? He will! Rhodes with the shot. It's blocked. It's going to go behind for a corner. The Owls so close to doubling their lead.
Yeah, there's Murphy again. Great play by Wickham on that far side. Lovely crossfield pass. I'm hoping he meant it, because it certainly landed at Murphy's feet. Murphy then took a 1v1 situation on, which I like to see him do that. He gets to the byline, pulled it back into the 6-yard box, and there was Rose making that early run into the near post, trying to get his first time shot away.
Here's Liam Palmer with a throw for Sheffield Wednesday. 20 yards short of halfway on the far side as the rain comes down again. Some showers around at Bristol today, some blue skies and sunshine as well, as Wednesday have worked it well with Rhodes into Lee towards this near side where Kadeem Harris has cut in field, curls one from the edge of the box. It's a decent effort, 3 or 4 yards wide in the end of Miper's left hand post. That's better from Harris. He had lots of space, got the ball down, got his shot away.
Yeah, again, you know, Harris has been involved heavily. There it comes on his right foot, didn't have enough curl on it, but again, Wednesday are dominating proceedings, not giving Bristol City any movement at all.
Here's Vyman. That's a nice ball through to O'Dowd. Fox has missed it. It's in the area for Wells, who gets his shot away. Brilliant cover tackle coming in from Liam Palmer, who's just feeling his shin there a little bit afterwards. He goes to ground. But wonderful stuff. I wonder, Brian, whether his foot just got stuck in the turf a little bit as he made the block, but yeah, hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think he's made a strong stuff there, Palmer, and you know, his covering was excellent there as one of the centre halves.
As for his longer future, like with RTU, yet to be decided, but certainly here until the end of the campaign. Lovely touch off by Wickham from the edge of the centre circle into Luongo. Down the left-hand side for Kadeem Harris, looking to attack the byline. Pulls it across the middle. Rhodes is there, tries to get the touch in. Doesn't get the connection he wants, and Bristol City clear it, but really good stuff from Wednesday. Positive play down the left-hand side and a chance fashioned for Rhodes.
Yeah, again, fashioned again by Wickham. Clever play. In the end, there was Harris on this left-hand side, wriggled his way in there, and a superb cross. And Rose was trying to get in the right place at the right time, just didn't connect, but caused a lot of problems for Bristol City. Very encouraging second half start Wednesday.
It's exactly where you want Jordan Rhodes, isn't it? Popping up in that 6-yard box, sniffing around. You just feel that if he can get a good run of games and a few goals, then his Wednesday career may finally take off. Baker with the header from Wildsmith's kick. Here's Luongo. Pass out to the left-hand side. Kadeem Harris coming forward. Hunt goes out to shut him down. Harris comes back. Bannon now. 30 yards out towards the back post, nearly over the top of Baker. Header away. Here's Murphy. Palmer goes on the overlap. Murphy strikes! Brilliant effort, 25 yards out. Mineper down to his right-hand side to Palmer wait for a corner, but a cracking strike from Murphy.
Oh, great strike from Murphy. He's come in onto his left foot, and he's not frightened to have a strike as well. A good 20 yards out there. Looked like it was going in that far corner, but as you said, Mineper is there. He's full stretch as well.
And a second goal would just give that extra little bit of breathing space. Here comes Murphy, who forced the corner to take this corner near side. Low into the front post, it's beyond Lee. It's bobbling around, it's going to be turned in as well by Massimo Luongo. Brilliant turn. They reacted quickest, did the Owls, and they forced a second goal here. Luongo's third of the season, his first away from home, and Sheffield Wednesday have doubled their advantage away at Bristol City. It's Bristol City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2.
Well, another corner, another set play, and another goal. There you just seen there, Luongo. He was the most alert player in that 6-yard box there. It was bobbling around, and somehow it managed to come out to Luongo, and he smashed it in the bottom corner, giving Bristol City no chance there.
So first goal since October, first on the road, and a nice tidy finish as well, as Wednesday reacting quickest in the box off the seconds. They have that cushion that we just mentioned. The hour marker's gone. Football Heaven, BBC Radio Sheffield, Bristol City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Fox over the top. Luongo's beating the offside trap as well. Inside the box on the left. Can he pull it back? He can. Into the area for Wickham, 8 yards out. Skews it wide of goal. He's got his hands on his head. Great opportunity for Wickham, second of the game, but dragged it wide.
I mean, unbelievable. What a chance and opportunity that was. Luongo, great run, third man run in there, into the last third, on his own, crosses it there for Wickham. Wickham, all he had to do is hit the target. It would have been a goal, and he skewed it, he spinned it off.
For Bristol City, everybody back for Wednesday, as you'd expect, with a 2-0 lead. Towards the left edge, Zizou heads it into the area. Wells with a flick on, it's going to run to the near side. Smith's there, stands up across towards the back post, big shove in the back. Wildsmith with another brilliant save, but it's going to be headed across by Wells. Nobody picked him up with the seconds. It looked to me like there was a push in the build-up there that you could have called, but the goal is given. Wells gets his third goal for Bristol City, and the Robins have halved the deficit. Bristol City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2, 22 minutes to play.
Well, totally against the run of play. That was not expected. A big hump up the field, a contested challenge where Baker, who is a threat in the air, and he's been their major threat, Bristol City.
Mineper down the middle. The Finnish keeper goes towards Baker, gets the flick on into the area. Good positioning there in the box from Lee. Second opportunity, it's fed wide of goal. And it was Zach Viner once again.
Somehow the ball spilled, nobody's reacted, and as you said, Bristol City had 2 bites of the cherry there, but both shots were awful, really. First one was blocked, and the other one just, when really he had no pressure on whatsoever, he's actually miscued it and gone wide of the goal. Everybody's almost in the 18-yard box, just on the edge.
Huge cluster of players on the edge of that Wednesday penalty area. Mineper into the box. Newu's there. It's going to come out to Naj, but De Cruz gets in the way. Can he get there before De Silva? He can't. It's down the line on the far side for Bristol City. Patterson looking to turn. Tries to go through the legs of Odebajo and gets the run of it. Looks into the area, goes down in the box. Lee Johnson does his nut on the sideline, and there is no way that is a penalty kick. He'd already slipped and was partially going down. Understandable the appeal, but here come Wednesday down the other end with De Cruz, who strikes towards goal. Brilliant save by Mineper. So the ball goes out of play for a corner kick to Sheffield Wednesday on the far side.
Yeah, there was no way Bristol City, they're all clutching at straws thinking it was a penalty. He slipped rather than had any contact on him. But there again, De Cruz there takes the ball, carries it 60 yards, wriggles himself into the 18-yard box, and could have just killed the game completely. But as you said, Mampau's just pulled off another great save to keep Bristol City in the
Here's
game.
Nuyu on the far side. Going to win another corner kick. Thanks, Andy. Sheffield Wednesday just ticking the seconds down here with another corner kick on the far side. We have played the 6 minutes of added time at Ashton Gate. Ati Nuyu will just play a ball in from the far side from the corner. It's kicked out of play. No full-time whistle yet. All eyes towards John Brooks in the middle, but Wednesday on for 3 big points here. Took a 2-0 lead through Luongo and Wickham. Naki Wells pulling one back. We'll run you through that in a few seconds, but Bannon with the throw from the far side. He's had an excellent game today. Nuyu looking to turn. There goes the full-time whistle at Ashton Gate. It's a big victory for Sheffield Wednesday and Gary Monk. Just a second victory in 12 championship games, a first away victory since that win at Leeds towards the start of the year. Wickham with the first goal on 14 with a header from a corner across Mampau. That was the score at half-time. The second goal came on the hour mark. A corner low into the area. The second was turned home by Massimo Luongo, his first on the road this season. A lovely finish into the bottom corner. Naki Wells pulled one back with 22 minutes to go after Baker's header was brilliantly saved by Wildsmith. Wells turning in the seconds. Plenty of substitutions after that. Bristol City tried to push, put a little bit of pressure on Viner with a couple of late efforts wide of goal. But it's a big 3 points for Sheffield Wednesday. 4 points now from 2 games after lockdown. And Brian Law's encouragement still for Sheffield Wednesday.